Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely stream deck. For more information about the stream deck, the link is in the description below. Hello everybody and welcome along to round number 3 of AOR Project Cars 2 GT3 leagues for the very best drivers of the Xbox tier. Tonight the drivers are in for a challenge because they're going to see if they can tackle the street circuit of Long Beach in California, the second largest city in the LA metropolitan area with a population around 462,000 people. The first race was held here in 1975 with the Formula 5000, and then it became a Formula 1 event a year later in 1976, and then from then on in 1984 it switched to an IndyCar race. So that is what is familiar, because I know some of you guys were watching the IndyCar leagues I commentated on quite a while back actually. I can't really remember when it was I commentated on it, but it was a long time ago, so hey ho about that. So it's going to be a challenge for the drivers because it's going to be at night, at 2 o'clock in the morning, which is a time where most people are in bed, so we could get a few people saying, oh, why are the cars up so late or something like that. But it is racing, and it does make a bit of a more challenge in itself, because the goal really for these drivers is to survive. Hello, I am Jess, and I'll be your commentator for this race. It's just me again tonight. Now, before I go through the standings and before we go to qualifying, we have a new feature this week, which has been a regular feature for the F1 leagues, and we decided to bring it to the Project Cars 2 GT3 leagues, which is exciting. So, the person who is commentating and driving the hot lap, it'll be very familiar to you. There needs no introduction. Is current PC Tier 1 driver and ex-Xbox One commentator for Project Cars 2, AD8, who's going to take you through a lap around Long Beach. I nearly said that wrong there, but anyway, hope you guys enjoy.
Hello then everybody, my name's AD8 and this is going to be a hot lap around Long Beach Street Circuit for round number 3 at the Apex Online Racing GT3 League for Season 12. We're in the Audi R8 and we're going to move over to the right hand side as soon as possible, brake at the 400 metre board, come down to second gear and watch the curve on the inside. Then we're into the fountain section. It's tight and twisty and you've got to get the car rotated early to get the best exit. Into turn 4, don't take too much curb because it will put you into the outside wall. Turn number 5, be careful on the power here because it's off camber, it's bumpy and the wall gets close on the exit. Now we're down into turn 6 and 7, we're going to brake at 300 metres, we're going to come down again to second gear and modulate the power on the way out as to not spin the car. Then down into turn 8, 200 metre board, get as close to the wall as you dare on the inside, and again watch the bumps on the outside because they will catch you out. Coming down the back straight now, we're going to spot as braking point on the left hand side, 300 metres, down into second gear again, take a little bit of curb but not too much. Watch the car doesn't rotate on you here because the tyres are very, very hot. Keep a nice tight line, brake early for the final corner, get it rotated on the rear end with the power, and then that is a lap of Long Beach Street Circuit.
So we hope you enjoyed that hot lap, which gave you a quick introduction to what the track is going to be like and what the drivers will be facing in terms of challenges and corners. So very interesting corners actually that are quite tricky to negotiate. So I wonder how these drivers are going to cope with qualifying. So the drivers are still in practice right now. It is just about to finish. So we are going to go and look through the standings, what happened during the last 2 races. So Moo was back to winning ways last week, where he got the win last week in Monza, and Monza was very tricky conditions. I remember. It was wet and then it went to dry, and the drivers needs to know when they needed to pit and stuff like that, which made it very, very interchangeable in my opinion. And Wheezy, a final lap battle at the end with Seppo and Wheezy, it just went absolutely crazy. If I can find a time to clip that, I will, but it was just absolute chaos, I must say, towards the end there. But those drivers did phenomenally well. So Moo leads the championship by 5 points to Wheezy. Now that is not a huge gap at all between the top two, so we can see that there is no room for error that these drivers are going to make. They just can't make any error at all when they go through Long Beach. They just got to make sure they keep it together, and one of their main goals is to survive. Seppo in third place, 9-point gap separating between him and Wheezy. In fourth place we've got Chaos Theory. He's not doing too bad, but last week he didn't get a good result. He finished in 8th position. He started up quite high in qualifying, but then had some really bad battles, by the way. So yeah, but hopefully he is looking to redeem himself tonight. In 5th we got Coppernuts. In 6th we got Gnarly. 7th we got Clown Chaos. 8 we got Detox. 9 I'm an Eagle. 10th Beat. 11th Callum. 12 Joxay, and 13 Jason. We have 12 drivers tonight. Not entirely sure who is missing, but I will keep an eye on those at some point. So it is time for qualifying. I hope you're all as hyped as I am. Hopefully you can hear the sound okay as well. I'm currently riding on board with Chaos Fury right now. So in one of my favourite liveries on the game, I must say. Now, I do have a co-commentator that's going to join me next week. He was going to join me tonight, but the things that were meant to arrive at his house, which will help him commentate on this game, it hasn't arrived yet. It was meant to arrive today, but it's not going to arrive till tomorrow. But he did send me a little bit of a technical analysis as what could we expect from the drivers today, which will definitely help drivers with the corners. And he also sent me a track map as well, so good on him. And then if you want to know who my co-commentator is, find out next week when he comes and joins me. So yeah, this will be the last week I'll be commentating by myself, and then you won't see any of these buttons where I change cameras. I don't get to do that anymore next week. So but anyway, so it is going to be a difficult race because there is a lot of narrow corners, so people are going to get it absolutely right in qualifying, and I won't be surprised, to be honest, if we see a lot of invalidated laps straight away in qualifying, because they just got to get it negotiated. But to be honest, in my opinion, it is very harder in IndyCar on Long Beach because there's a lot faster cars, whereas GT3s you can get a little bit more cautious. I nearly said GT3s, which is a bit annoying, but hey ho. But with this you can brake just a little bit earlier, and you will gain so much more momentum, and it will help these drivers even more. And the main thing is you've got to really keep the car on the track. You must keep it on the track. Don't go into the walls or anything like that, because otherwise it can cause some huge chaos. And because of this, because of the guys wanting to try and put the car on the track effectively, they also got to make sure that they get involved in battles. But overtaking around here is probably very tricky, so they got to think, should I overtake here or should I make sure I keep on the track? It is quite hard to negotiate. It's quite hard to think on which is the right decision. So these are the things the drivers have got to get right. And one of the famous landmarks that this track is known at is track 11, the sharp hairpin followed by a long, slightly curved straightaway. Now, when I was driving this in other leagues, when I was competing in it, I found that corner very difficult, turn 11. So I wonder how these drivers are going to cope. Turn 11, I believe, is the Firestone turn. Yeah, it's the Firestone turn, that's what it's called. And I can see why it's called Firestone turn. So, yeah, pole times expected to be around about the 116s, which we are at the moment. But mainly a lot of people are going to go onto the 117s. Current pole sitter is Wheezy. Now, he came second in the first race in Brands Hatch. He came third last week. He's aiming for a win this week. If he gets a podium this week, this could be his third podium, and this is his first race in Tier 1, and he is definitely looking to make a statement regarding this. And we just want, it'll be interesting to see how he does as well, and how he can cope with these ever-changing conditions. Now, I did read up on what happened in Season 9 of the GT3 Leagues on Xbox One, where the Long Beach race happened. Only a few cars survived. I think it was about 5 or 6 cars survived, so it is not an easy track. But they just got to be more wary, to be honest, tonight. They just got to take a few less risks sometimes. If they know they can't make the move, then don't make the move. This was one of the corners I was talking about earlier. You can see why it's difficult. Yes, that is a tight little hairpin. And there's also another tight one where I always see myself in the wall. And when I was doing an AOR social here in August, I actually had engine damage because I got flipped and I couldn't reset my car. It was absolutely hilarious. That was on the PC version of the game. So yeah, you can understand why these drivers find it difficult. Even I find it difficult. Clown Chaos is on a lap. Is he going to improve though? We'll just have to find out at some point. As he goes through turn number 1 there, the little kink coming up as well. Very, very tight to negotiate. Now going through turn number 2, also known as a Toyota type turn. Don't know why it's called that, but probably because it has Toyota banners. Now we are about to go through this long straight here, making sure that you get this really, really on the right hand side. The Tech Cake turn here coming up. About to approach Prime Avenue, which is quite commonplace for people to actually go on in Long Beach actually when there's not a race going on. They are on the seaside way straight now, and they are about to approach the very difficult Firestone Ray of turn 11. Clown Chaos, here he goes. He approaches the bridge, Indy left, and then he's about to go through Shoreline Drive. He goes through the final corner. What lap time is he going to set? Is he going to improve? It looks like it's a good one, but I don't think he improves. Oh yes, he does. I'm sorry guys, I didn't know where the start-finish straight was. And he comes up and across the line in first, so 2 tenths slower than Chaos, who is currently in pole position. Now let me just get the map up. There we go. Now we have a full grid tonight, which is great, but we do have a few people that are disconnected. So hopefully these guys can join soon, or maybe just my lobby trying to catch up. You never know. So I'm actually quite surprised, to be honest, when I read this up earlier, that Long Beach did actually used to host Formula 1. It kind of reminds me of Monaco in the sense that they do find it difficult, and I understand why now F1 don't race in there anymore, because there just could be a lot of crashes. I'll actually find out who won in Long Beach actually in I think it was 1970, I can't remember. But anyway, literally everyone's out on track now except Coppernuts and the one American. Beats hasn't set a lap time yet, so he needs to be careful. Beats is in the Barrage Esports team, along with his teammate Clown Chaos. So he's lucky to, he's one of the first victims to hit the wall, but one of the first victims to be caught on camera, and he's now back in the pits. Probably a few people have been caught by that. Holy moly! We have a joint pole position here in Long Beach. We got Chaos Fury and Wheezy with a 1:16.9. I might have seen this last week, but it wasn't for very long because they separated the times. But if it stays like this is going to be absolutely mental. I've never seen, well, I've seen it middle down the field, but I've never seen it through pole on Project Cars 2. How were they able to find exactly the same time? That is impressive from Chaos Fury and Wheezy. But Chaos Fury did set the lap time first. So in the rules on any racing, whoever sets the lap time first, they get the position. So Wheezy definitely needs to improve there. Both of them are actually in Simmons Motorsport, so it is a Simmons Motorsport 1-2 with Clown Chaos in third. Now he's looking to get a better result this week. Clown Chaos this week. Last week didn't actually finish. He was the only retirement, so he is looking to score better. Most of these guys are actually looking to score better. The top 10 are separated by 1 second. Well, yeah, well, top 9. That is crazy. I'll be interested to see what Eagle can do as well. If he stays where he is, this will be his best qualifying position, which will be great to see. And who do you think is going to get pole? We literally got 10 seconds to get your predictions in the chat. We got Destroyer in the chat. Hello, nice to see you. Hope you are doing brilliant. We also got old AOI Xbox One driver Rainbow in the chat. Hello, Rainbow. How are you doing, mate? It's nice to see you there. Oh, and Clown Chaos has separated 2 of them. And so is Eagle as well. That's a very good lap from Eagle and Chaos. 116.7. Remarkable stuff. So that is crazy. I think Chaos 3 went 1,000th faster than Wheezy. I think Moo's still on the lap though, so it'll be interesting to see what he does. Let me just go on cockpit cam a second if I can. He almost hit the wall again. That would have... Oh, he's lost 3 tenths around that straight, about to go through to that Firestone corner. Oh, he went a little bit very wide on that exit of the turn and he stopped. Yeah, he has stopped. And Gnarly, he's going to pit as well. So, your pole man is Chaos. The first race of the season, he actually got second and then he got overtook to go into the lead. But this time, he's right at the front. And in Long Beach, track position is key. So he must be feeling definitely on cloud 9 right now. So a big well done to him. And we got I'm an Eagle in P2, Chaos Fury in P3, Wheezy in P4, Moo in P5, Detox in P6, Callum in P7, Gnarly in P8, Seppel in P9, Coppernuts in P10, the One American in P11. Jocksek has got a 1 grid place penalty, so that puts him down. And Beats does not set a lap time, so that is, to be honest, that is very, very unfortunate for him. So I wonder, how is this going to pay off for the rest of this race then? They got an hour-long race. It's going to be crazy. And they just got to keep it together. So I wonder how this is going to play out for these drivers today. If you were in the driver's situation, I wonder what you would guys think as well about what is going on as well. Because as well, luckily these weather conditions are not raining. It is dark, but it's going to be cloudy. So maybe the visibility may be quite difficult because the clouds are quite low during the dark. But we'll just have to find out as the session progresses. And obviously, because it's really late at night, I wonder if they will have difficult to overtake in terms of like finding their way, finding the track layout, because their mental model may be different. It may be different than how they see in the daytime. I was watching them. I was watching Aiden's Hot Lap like earlier on this week because he sent it to me yesterday, I think it was. And it just dawned on me, wow, it's actually so much different driving in the night than it is driving in the day around Long Beach on this game. So, GG to whoever picked to drive around Long Beach at night, because it is definitely going to bring some spanner in the works, I must say. We'll just have to find out. So we're still waiting for the race to begin. Don't know why we've been stuck in the standings page for quite a long time, so I will find out at some point about what's going on. So I wonder if some of these guys are having the same problem. Don't think they're not. I think hopefully we can get underway going anyway, so we're keeping our fingers and toes crossed. So it's nice to see a few of you in the chat. Someone just said, do you need a second commentator? I'm thinking of becoming one. I've already got one lined up for next week and all sorted and stuff. His equipment is arriving tomorrow, and yeah, I've already briefed him about what's happening, and we've already spoken to the head commentator, so yeah, he's pretty much ready for next week. You'll find out who's going to co-commentate with me next week. Now, why am we still waiting for this lobby to transition to the race? Holy moly. Who's on pole? Who's on pole? Clown Chaos is on pole. Roberto, just to let you know. I'm just gonna say to Stepper we're still stuck on the standings. Which has been quite a while. Oh, my phone just nearly went on the floor. That was crazy. But hey ho. So right then. Hopefully we should be ready any second now. When he, you know, it's gonna take a while. I think it's never an Xbox One stream without any sort of technical problem with a lobby or a stream or the drivers or Project Cars 2. There's always a problem somehow. Except the first week. The first week was fine. There we go. Sorry that took a while. Eventually we got there. It might have been that it just took a while than usual. I don't know. So. And, right. We are about to get underway, lads. Boys and girls. Right. So, let me just switch to this. So we got all 13 drivers racing in tonight. The track is fully lit up on the start finish straight anyway, so that is good. We got 46 laps, so that also includes one formation lap, well, AOR rolling start as it were. So basically now what they're waiting for now is they are having about 2 minutes just to make sure that they get their setup right. Now, I wonder why was it stuck on a 30 FPS for a minute there? That's crazy. I don't know why there, but hopefully it is still okay. Or it might just be my OBS saying, oh, it's on 30 FPS, but actually it's not, it's on 60. But, yeah. It might be that, wait a second. There we go. Back to 60. Almost, anyway. So, we are about to get underway. Here come the 5 lights, but these drivers have got to wait exactly as they are for about 5 seconds. And then what is going to happen is the leader is going to go at a reduced speed of 120 kilometers an hour, 80 miles an hour. And they'll do this until they get to a formation point. Now, the formation point is usually about 3 or 4 turns before the start-finish straight. And then they will go into two-prime formation. Or it might be single filing on beach, I'm not entirely sure. I haven't read the rules exactly. And then once they get to the acceleration zone, it will be then up to our race leader to floor it, and that will signify the start of the race. Now, I have been told the drivers have got to keep an eye on the pit exit. is very, very tight. They can't cross the pit exit that much, so we will be watching out for track limits tonight. So don't be surprised that a lot of these drivers might get penalties. So yes, we are keeping our ear out for quite a few things here in Project Cars 2. Someone's just asked in the chat why they're not using the AOR rolling start. Well, I don't know the answer to that question really. I think it's because they just want to keep things consistent. And like say if a lobby goes, then they can start again and they can all roll into their place without being in random grid positions. Because sometimes they do have lobby issues. So I think that answered your question correctly. So we are about to get underway here in Long Beach. The drivers are in a 2x2 formation now. It is 2x2, not single file. And we are underway, and really decent start from Clown Chaos already, which is pretty decent stuff. We've already got Wheezy trying to gain position as well. Moon not that far behind as well, all making out at the moment very clearly down this straight. How are they going to do it towards this really tough left-hander? Oh, who was that? There was an owl livery that was just floating everywhere. Oh, it was Moo. It was Moo. So he's struggling right at the back. He's been struggling a lot tonight, to be honest, to gain position. So he has dropped position. I think Bees is keeping it cautious at the moment. I think that's what he's doing. But so far, everyone else is going fine already around Long Beach. So it's all about survival of the fittest for these guys. But Eagle is already 2 tenths behind the leader, which is pretty decent stuff. So he can try and clutch up to him quite easily there. So this very tight right-hander, they got to get it right, which they seem to be. They're the closest battle on circuit at this moment in time. And they go through the start-finish straight. We also see Calsbury right behind, as you can see on the right-hand side mirror of Eagles. So, pretty much everyone's around about 1 second of each other, apart from Wheezy and Callum. And also Beats and Moo, obviously. So that's what they are. They're all managing to go through these tight corners very cleanly. If I was them, I'll probably crash into a wall and I'll probably die even sooner. So, yeah. Where's Chaos Fury in comparison to Eagle? 9 tenths. But we've got a battle that's forming quite quickly at the back. Look at that three-way train. That's between Seppel Jock and Detox. Now, hopefully, this will end well for these guys. Because if it doesn't end well, then it's going to have some serious consequences. Very tight exit around here. Jocksay managed to get it just right. I will end up pronouncing these names right. Do not worry. I'm not a stupid person. Don't forget, these guys also have to do a mandatory pit stop. They don't have to take tyres or fuel if they don't want to. They could just do a stop go if they wanted. But if they don't do a mandatory pit stop, then that's it. They get a penalty or get disqualified or something like that. So, just to let you know, if some of you guys are new to the AOR family, for some of you I do get every week I do get people who've never tuned into a GT3 league before and watch my streams, which is good. It's nice to get a new audience in. Now, what is happening with the leaders? But I am also watching what's happening with Seppel and Jock as well. It is closing up quite nicely, actually. But it is obviously it is quite hard to trap battles when it's just me at the moment. So obviously once I see a battle closing in, I will close up on that battle. Like I did say, it is very hard to overtake around Long Beach. Detox still managed to hold on to 6th place. Quite convincingly, actually. He's also got AOR Cullen behind him, but Sepp was looking to go on the right-hand side of our screens there, or there, right, I mean. But doesn't quite take it at the moment. He's right in the gearbox a bit, actually. Oh my word, this is going to be that much potential. Pretty much, if more drivers finish tonight, that will just be insane. And, oh, we have Wheezy. Wheezy's a loss. No, Wheezy's fine. Wheezy's about, I think he dropped about 2 seconds. I thought he was having some issues, but it's usually the camera having issues. So, I'll make sure I follow someone. Oh, Detox is going to try and make a move behind Callum. Oh, it's going to be 3 wide. 3 wide is going to probably end in tears and not like that. So, they've got to make sure they do leave as much space as possible. Because if they go 3 wide, it's, to be honest, 3 wide around Long Beach, it's never going to work. So, I don't know how these guys do it if they do end up doing it. So, keeping our toes and everything crossed, really. So look at Detox now. Detox is right behind Callum. But look, Seppel is not that far behind either. He's going to try and make a move. Quite nicely, in fact. I got the wrong camera. I should have got trackside for that one, but it is quite difficult, obviously. So what a move from Seppel there to overtake Detox. Now, is Detox going to challenge for... Is Seppel going to challenge for Callum? Seppel does look like he's going faster than Callum. I wonder what you guys are thinking in the chat right now. So I just wonder how it's going to pay off for these guys as they potentially pit pretty soon. And obviously, because it's dark, the tyres do cool up very, very quickly because of the track temperature. ZZ Hood, ZZ or ZZ Hood, or how you say his name, said that Long Beach kind of reminds him of Monaco, GT3 version of Monaco. I can actually agree with that, actually, in a way. Like, it does kind of remind me of Monaco. It also reminds me of Baku. I think more than anything, it's more like Baku in Singapore, more than Monaco, but I can see why it has some elements of Monaco as well. And Moo's been having some trouble, so he's going into the pits right now. Seppel's closing in onto the mighty Callum. Callum's doing very well in 8th place right now. Pretty decent stuff. So let's see if he could make a challenge going through to turn 1. He takes the right hand side. Thinks better of it. But he stays where he is. But look at Detox though. Detox is right at the back. This 4-car train has pretty much been at the same pace pretty much the entire race so far. We're already on lap 7. Destroyer says he predicts one of them is going to crash. Well, someone I think is going to crash, but I don't know what lap, who, and when. I'm surprised that not many people have, to be honest. I'm surprised that most people are keeping it together. But Beat is in the pits. I think he might have got damage, I'm not entirely sure. But let's watch what's going on with Seppel, Detox, and Callum now. I'm still watching, it's crazy. Now, what is that? I think Clown Chaos is already pulling away to the rest of the field, so Eagle and Wheezy. So Clown Chaos is definitely back to where he belonged. Now Gnarly I think had a little poor start, I think, from the race. I think that's probably why he is so further down at this moment in time. So he needs to keep up if he wants to. Eagle's not that far behind from Wheezy though, so they go out fast, but I think the more times these two actually battle, the closer the gap. And they still got the likes of Callum, Seppel, Detox and Jot behind them as well, so you can almost see them at the same camera shot. This is absolutely mental. I'm pretty much hyped for how this is going to go, lads. And Eagles taking side by side into the final chicane. I think this is pretty much the only place you can overtake well. So, looks like Eagle gets the edge on that one. No, actually, no, it's Wheezy. As well. Very tight into turn 1. Luckily, it hasn't ended in tears for these two yet, so thank goodness they're keeping it together. But I was almost going to say, have I spoke too soon? But thankfully, I didn't speak too soon, so that is good news. Looks like Seppel's made his way past Callum whilst we were following that battle. Oh my word! Has Callum got rid of a bumper issue, it looks like. It looks like his thing's wobbling. He's starting to struggle! Someone in the chat jinxed. There was going to be a crash and there was one. That now pushes Seppel into 5th. Where does Callum end up now? He's going to still have Gnarly right behind him as well. Callum will have to pit. Callum will have to pit. Because otherwise he's going to lose a lot of time. But Detox is still right behind Seppel though, so he can catch up quite closely. So I know I said people could catch up closely a lot of times this stream, but it's true. That's what it is sometimes. Well, lap 10 of 46 already. Clown Chaos is still leading by 6.6 seconds. That is still quite a decent amount. Hey, we got Roberto in the chat. Hello, mate. A regular that joins the AOR streams every week. Nice to see you, mate. It's nice to have regulars as well, you know, who like watching the stream. So good to see you, mate. I don't know why I keep calling you mate, but you are the ones who watches regularly do make the streams what they are, because you guys provide banter and you keep the chat going and it's good. So keep it up, guys. And oh, what we got here? We've got Wheezy and Eagle fighting. I keep missing these battles because I keep following other battles. Someone's saying Gnarly's is much better in sector 3. I think Callum just pitted, I believe. Wheezy's still finding some more ground on Eagle though, so maybe he can get the switch back. We've still got the battle of Chaos 3 and Seppel as well. And Seppel and Detox are not that far behind. Look at this. They're around about roughly the same time, but Seppel is just managing to find a little bit more pace on any of them, to be honest. And they are keeping it together, which is good. Wheezy can't afford to lose any ground now to Eagle, because Eagle is aiming for his best finish so far. I will keep an eye on pit stop, but in this game, it is a lot easier to track down penalties. So if you guys want to know what a penalty is and stuff like that, just let us know. And Moo is definitely dropping back at the moment. His lap times is around about 120.3. So he is struggling. I think Long Beach is not one of his favourite tracks, but that gives other people a chance to do well as well. So in a way it's a good thing, because it makes the championship wide open. And literally, I think I might be calling this earlier than I thought, but it could be alternate wins between Moo and Clown maybe, because Clown is still looking pretty strong. Nobody else is that close for now. Seppel's around 6 seconds behind Chaos, so he's comfortably fine in 5th, but everybody else, the timing sheet just moves around just a little bit, ever so slightly. So a lot of people want to stay in the battle for second. Yes, I will stay in the battle for second, do not worry. because it is heating up. This is where it could all change, and look at Chaos Fury as well. He's right behind as well, so I think Chaos Fury is also looking for any of the other guys to make a mistake, or will Wheezy help Chaos Fury out, or will it the other way around, or possibly will team orders come into play here? This could be a possibility about team orders. You never know. I have seen in other games where, even though I don't like it as much, sometimes team orders work in terms of helping someone win the drivers or the constructors, because the constructors are pretty much equally more important as well as the drivers. Obviously these guys would want to win the drivers' championship. That's their ultimate goal, you know. They want to prove they're the best of the best. But some of these guys, they want to try and work both, and there may be people that don't think they're going to do well in the drivers, so they help the other teammate and the constructors. It's an interesting thing that's happened in league racing in loads of years, so very, very intriguing. I wonder how is Eagle going to hold on. He's doing all he can to try and defend. He's going to get another chance here. I think he's about to lap Hallam, I believe. Yes, they are. With someone in the same livery anyway. So, look at this. We're just going to try and make a move on our right hand side. He's going to do it through turn 1. Oh my word, they're side by side around here. This could end in tears, but luckily this hasn't ended in tears, as Eagle manages to hold on. Wheezy thought he had nowhere to go, so he decided to stay put for the moment and try again at a less difficult corner, which is very advisable for these Xbox One drivers. I think what I can tell already, a lot of these guys are definitely running similar strategies here tonight. Well, I mean different strategies. Why am I saying similar strategies? I don't know, but they are running different strategy. I think because we're in the dark, I can't really tell if they're on a similar amount of tyre or not. But again, it's very difficult to tell. So I wonder what these drivers will be imagining. I wonder what these drivers will be feeling. So we're already on round 3 of this season, and they've got 7 rounds to go. Now, I did see someone going to the wall, going to the pits. I can't really tell who that was. Let me just check. But no, let me not check, because I want to stay the battle for 2nd and 3rd. So they almost made the same replica move again by the looks of things. That is decent, I must say. And because I'm doing some solo commentary tonight, I've got a sip of water that I've been drinking pretty much the whole of the stream. So usually I'm a thirsty girl when I commentate by myself, you know? Very thirsty. Work has been quite tiring, I must say, during the last few days, but this is definitely relaxing me at the moment, this commentary, so it's all good, it's all good. And Wheezy's just not finding enough time at the moment to catch up to Eagle. Eagle's on a mind of his own at the moment. He's doing all his best all the way. The only person that's got a penalty at the moment is the one American in 12th. For those of you that don't know, One American, he's a well-known sim racer in the Project Cars 2 community on Xbox. He's in a very well-respected team, and he didn't race last season, but he's racing this season, which I think we are all glad and relieved that he is. So where is One American actually? Where is he on circuit now? He's producing not that bad lap times actually, so he's catching up. A 1:19.4 at the moment, and some people on 1:19.5, so he's on lap 14 compared to lap 16, so he's around about 2 laps down at the moment. More lap is Moo on, Moo's on the same lap as well, so. I'm sorry that I'm following Wheezy and Eagle much, but that's the closest battle on track. I want to make sure that I cover all battles and all grounds, to be honest, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm also checking the chat pretty much more often than not at the moment. Oh, sorry about that. The controller disconnected for like a millisecond, or probably a second actually. Oh, someone's lagging. Someone's lagging. Or it might be just me. I don't know. There was someone running very slow. Couldn't really tell. And according to the chat, Eagle has put a lot of practice in this race. I can tell. I can tell that Eagle's been practicing quite a lot. He's been very active in the Discord chat. He's been organising practice sessions. Well, he's been involved in a lot of practice sessions for Long Beach. He really wants to make sure he survives, and pretty much the goal for everyone to survive really is doing quite well. So very, very impressed with how he's doing, and he's looking quite comfortable. Now I will fix my FOV for the cockpit cam ASAP, so do not worry about that. You know, it is obviously quite difficult, but you know. And my laptop has decided to unplug again, so hold on a second. Right, there we go. Hopefully, if it stays where it is, it should be but it is connected to the thing. So hold on a minute. There we go. I'm all good. I just gotta make sure I stay at the same place. There we go. Right. It's just, the thing is, when my computer loses power, it drops down frame rate. So you don't really seem to notice it. Oh, it's FOV for when you drive. Yes. Yeah, it's very important that you fix your FOV settings, and Yorkie has produced a great video about that, so make sure you do check it out. So it's nice to see a lot of you also talking in the chat as well. It's good to see. Is a tip for Destroyer? Oh, I didn't know it was a tip for Destroyer. Okay. Destroyer is looking to join the league actually. But look at Chaos Fury and Wheezy. Chaos Fury is right behind his teammate now. Hold on, let me just go on board with them again. They're going through out the very tight long straight. I'm going to get the track map as well. Oh, it looks like Chaos Fury almost hit the wall almost a little bit. But looks like he's okay. So, going through the Seaside Way straight. It's actually Seaside Way Road. I think that's why it's called that corner. But that's how I'm getting it from the track map that the co-commentator sent me. The Firestone turn approaching. Very, very difficult to get right. But these two seem to be nailing it spot on. Braking just early here to get maximum speed and traction. I do believe on these GT3 cars they do have ABS on these cars, so that means there are less lockups, which is pretty much a relief for some of these guys, to be fair. as Chaos Fury almost got the move done on his teammate, but not quite there. Eagle's already pulling away from the back from Wheezy, so the battle for second place is pretty much gone unless it changes in the pits. Yes, I do agree with you, Hood, and Yorkie has produced quite a lot of good videos for people that are beginning to use project cars, who are beginners. So if you are new and want to know how to use project cars, then yeah, definitely check out his videos. So we're on lap 20 of 46, almost 6 laps away before we're halfway through this race. And so pretty much since the start of this Grand Prix, Clown Chaos is leading, with Eagle in second. Now there's still people yet to make a pit stop. Don't forget that these guys have got to make a mandatory pit stop. Oh, Chaos Fury was so close for making that move then. Made it stick at the moment. We also got Detox and Callum as well fighting. Ball position as well, but if the battle for third gets feisty, I'll be following that. So I'll be watching the times battle by. Do not worry, guys. Do not worry, ladies and gentlemen. If there are battles, I will give you battles. It is as simple as that. As Detox is finding a little bit less time on Callum at the moment. Callum, I think, has a bit more pace on the straight line, and it looks like Detox has a bit more pace in the corners as he's able to catch up. But don't forget, you can have a different set for the race as well, which makes things very, very intriguing for the drivers. Very tight entry. Nobody else has got a penalty, so very crucial to get it right. Oh, Detox is ever so close. He is wanting to see if he can get it done, but he's taking it very clean and trying to find the appropriate space, and only making the move when it is sensible to make the move. Destroyer said, I got food, what did I miss? So you didn't really miss much, but you're about to witness some battle, so you come to the right time. Detox has almost got to look at the right hand side there. Oh, Callum made a little bit of a mistake. So that has allowed Detox to go into 7th place right now, and he's on the brink of catching Jock soon if he's close enough, but I don't think he's going to be that close enough, so maybe it might be too little too late unless things change in the pit stops. We'll just have to wait and see. Let's go back to the Chaos Fury battle, but look, we've got Seppel joining in the party as well. Obviously Chaos Fury and Seppel, old teammates. They want to beat each other. It must be quite weird for them that for some of them they won't be helping each other. But again, they want to push each other in order to do better, and that's what these guys are doing, which is very impressive. Almost a bit of a lock up there. Very tight entry, I must say. Some of these guys, again, like I said, I don't know how these guys do not hit that wall. They manage it very, very well. So, all in all, very impressed with these guys so far. Oh, we got one retirement. I don't know who that was. So there was 13 runners, and now there's 12. So let me just quickly. I can look at the previous bit of the stream. It might have been earlier, actually. Some of you asked me what. Oh, it's B. It's B's. beats us out. So I don't know how he retired. Unfortunately, we couldn't catch his retirement, but yeah. Someone asked what's the pit lane loss on here, and someone said a lot. But yes, I agree. It is a very, very long pit straight, a long pit straight. So you've got to be very clear with someone in order to be confident to get a good pit stop, because otherwise you're going to lose so much track position. It's going to be unreal. So in these GT3 cars, it's very important to get that pit stop right, because it does depend on whether you're going to pit for just fuel and tyres, or just tyres, or just fuel, or both, or none at all. Just a stop go. But speaking of tyres, actually, I'm just going to find out how these guys are doing on tyres. There we go. Got my trusty little things on. Chaos Fury's tyres are alright. He's on decent amount of fuel as well. He's got 63 litres. Some of these guys are not over pushing that much, which is very good to see from these drivers. They're not overdoing it, because otherwise they'll run out of fuel to the end, and that will cause a lot of issues. Now Callum's gone into the pits again, I believe for his second pit stop, but I do believe it is his scheduled pit stop. Joxay's got a little bit more fuel. Weedy's got 49.5, but oh wow. Weedy's tyres are very, very hot. I still need to remember to actually change it to Celsius. I completely forgot. And a few of the guys in the chat saying that they shouldn't really need to take tyres. Well, it does depend. For most of these guys, they're pretty much going to be confident in realising that no, they are not going to take tyres. But there will be a few of the guys that will be warming up their tyres too much, and it can cost them, and most importantly, it can cost the opposition as well. So the quickest is definitely a pit stop. Just stop and go, really. But it just depends on how much you can manage fuel. If you think you can get your fuel to the end, oh no! I did see someone go a bit into the wall. I didn't see who it was. Someone is slowing down though. Well, it's not Chaos Fury. It looked like it was Weedy for a minute there, but luckily he managed to recover ever so slightly. So that is all good. Well, we're halfway through this race now, and let me know your thoughts on this race so far. How are you feeling? How are you coping? And if you're eating dinner, by the way, what are you eating? Luckily, I already ate my dinner before the stream anyway, so I'm all eagerly refreshed. I was also watching some F1 testing whilst I was at work. Oh, I wasn't watching, I was listening to a podcast, a live podcast whilst I was at work, because the task I had to do at work really was something I could do on my own, really, so I could afford to listen to something while I was doing it, because I knew what I was doing. I knew because there's obviously some tasks at work where I can just do without thinking. Those on today, the tasks that I was doing, I could do it without thinking, so that's why I listened to that podcast. But it was actually quite interesting. But anyway, not much battling happening at the moment. It is quite quiet at the moment for these guys, but it could potentially all brew up really soon in the next 5 to 10 minutes or so. So keep an eye out, ladies and gentlemen, because you never know when a battle could appear. And Weezer done improved by 0/10. Okay, that doesn't really help me. But as I think Jock's going in for his pit stop. Yes, he is. Like I said, it is very long, so I haven't actually seen someone do a pit stop, so I am actually going to follow someone on the pit stop. And all the pit crew are ready for him, of course. And is he going to just pit for tyres? It looks like he's going to... Yeah, it looks like it's just tyres. By the looks of things. So it's not going to be that long. Actually, it wasn't that quick of a pit stop at all. It was actually quite nice. So, very impressed. I think he just did a stop and go, or he put one leader in the car and that was it. But that drops him down the field at the moment. So, that was a pit stop, ladies and gentlemen. We're on Long Beach. So, yeah. Very, very intense. I wonder what you guys are thinking about how you think it's going to win. Is the end battle for the win going to change like it was last week? Like the crazy things that happened towards the end? Maybe we might see a repeat of last week, but possibly with different people. You never know. It could all change by a blink of a hat. What? A blink of an eye. There we go. Holy moly. I need to get my words out there tonight. But it's actually good, to be honest, that 12 out of the 13 drivers are still surviving. Moo struggled on the first bit, but he's still keeping going. So I am very impressed with his maturity, that he's not giving up. Because obviously you get points no matter where you finish. So as long as you finish, you get points. So very, very impressed with Moo's maturity, to be honest. And he's 3 laps down, but he can claw back at the moment. He can claw back. Very impressed with Clown Chaos for how he's still leading. Fastest laps so far. Clown Chaos has set a 1:18.1. That is not bad going from Clown Chaos. I'm going to call it right now. He's going to possibly get his second win of the season, and he can take... I just need to double check who's leading again. Yeah, Moo's leading the championship with Clown Chaos, obviously, because he took a DNF last week. He dropped down to 7th from first, so he can claw back into the lead at this rate if he continues, which would be quite nice for him. I think that is how this is going to play out anyway. 16 laps to go. I think we've still got Sepple not that far behind. Kale's probably about 2.9 seconds behind Wheezy, so we could see another battle developing around them again. So literally it's very potential. Chaos Fury almost was approaching traffic there, and we do have Gnarly and was it Coconut fighting? Yeah, it is no, it's not Coconut. I can't really tell, to be honest. He's behind Jot. Oh, he's behind Jot, not Coconut. So let's see if I can go on board with them in just a second. So Gnarly is going towards a very tight straight here. He's got to give it all he's got right now to possibly get that move down. Now, let me just get the track map again. There we go, so I can get the corners right, because I'm not usually the best with corner names, as some of you guys like to know. Looks like Jock has got the better advantage, but he's got to be honest, Jock has got to defend for his life to make sure that he won't let him pass. He'll be like, no, mister, I'm not letting you have that place. No, 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 no. Apparently earlier on in this race, Moose set the fastest lap on 1:17.9, so he is starting to pick up the pace a bit. He still can get a fastest lap. Hood was referring to Moose, saying he's just keeping moving Oh god. Oh god. Someone saying Moose gonna win from 4 minutes down. It will be a tough order, I must say, so. I am just reading what's going on in the chat, so. Gnarly's ever so close. He's around about 110. He's gonna go on our right hand side this rate. He decides, it looks like he's backing out. Yes, he realises that there's not much space at all to make that move. Because he doesn't want to be the one that called it a crash or anything, so that is why he decided to stay where he is right now. Lap 31 or 46. Still people left to pit. There's still people that haven't pitted, there's still people that have, so it'll be very intriguing to see how this is going to pay off. Because you never know, it can all change, and like I've said in previous races on multiple seasons on Project Cars 2 and also another game I commentate on AOR, it is not over, the race is not over until the checker flag falls. So, like say if you're like third in like this lap, it won't mean anything unless you stay there until the end of the race. If you're not in third at the end of the race and you want to be there, then don't take as much gambles earlier on, so. And, oh! Someone has just lost it. Easy, I think. Or it might be someone lagging, I can't really tell. Yeah, it looked like someone was spinning there in a way, or it might be someone lagging, not entirely sure. It was one of the green cars, I think it was one of the Simon Motorsports cars. So. That was drawing less attention for this crazy battle, I must say, but hey ho. Looking at the track map, actually, there's quite a few people that are kind of spread out as well, so that is very, very intriguing for the drivers. So I think it's very, very crucial for the drivers to create less risk, I think, as well. And that's what these guys are doing, and it'll be an achievement in itself. Any one of these guys finish. If all these guys finish now, that'll be a record in Xbox. Just saying. So obviously these guys were determined to practice, and they could do anything. Lap 34 now. Chaos is leading by 11.1 seconds. Eagle in second by around about 8 seconds, 9 or 8 seconds. Some decent stuff from him. You can tell that he's pretty much improved as well, like people were saying in the chat earlier. I wonder how Gnarly's going to cope. Oh, Gnarly's actually gaining position now. I think I put the camera a little bit too late there. It looked like Jock made a little bit of a mistake. He's slowing down ever so slightly. I think because it's because they've been lapsed by a quicker guy in front of them. And these GT3s, they've got to be more mindful in terms of these traffic, because otherwise it can cause some very severe consequences. And we don't really want that here in AOR. Detox is going to the pits again. I figured his second stop, so... Or it might be a scheduled one, I don't know. If anyone can correct me on that, that would be lovely. So, ooh, Hoods is watching 2 streams at the same time. Dedication, Hoods, dedication. It's nice to see people supporting some drivers. It's good to see. I did used to stream Project Cars 2 when I was doing my own league races, but then I realised it was lagging the hell out of me, so I ended up stopping for a little bit and just recorded them. Because obviously streaming and racing is very difficult, but obviously some of these guys do it on a week by week basis anyway, so some of these guys do very well anyway with coping. 10 more laps to go then. So that means we've got roughly about 20 minutes left, I think. Or 20 to 15 minutes. And I probably haven't done my maths correctly, so again, I do apologise. There is still space for you to be reserved on any of the Xbox One leagues or PC or PS4 or anything like that. If you are interested, go on to the AOR forums and then go on to the Project Cars 2 forums. Then find the GT3 leagues and then there should be a sign up thread, which I do believe is still open, I believe, where you can be reserved. And you'll be asked to do an evaluation race if you're new. And then they'll decide what tier you're going to be reserve driver in. And it's pretty much simple as ABC, really. Now, due to the chaos that has happened, Seppel is now in 4th place due to the collisions that happened before. So he's been involved. He's been involved in less trouble, but he's still got chaos not that far behind either. So. Chaos Fury really needs to watch out on Seppel, and Seppel really needs to watch out for Chaos Fury, so. I wonder if Chaos Fury is going to find the time that he needs. Maybe he could find the time, maybe he could not. And nope, he's not going to find the time, as Chaos Fury is going to do his first and only pit stop. Which I do believe is tyres. Yes, because I think his tyres were starting to give way, and the tyre temperature has gone to 114 degrees Fahrenheit. Eagle is going to the pits as well. Don't forget it's mandatory to take a pit stop. Someone else in the pits as well, but I do believe that was the person who had retired earlier beat the car, so that's why that's still in the garage. I thought Clown Chaos was going to go into the pits as well, but obviously not. So he's going on to the yellow tyres by the looks of things. The soft tyres, if I'm mistaken. Seppel, I do believe, is going to do the same. He's just coming to the pit, so obviously one advantage to pitting later on is you'll be on less fuel and you'll get a lot more pace as well, so you just got to make sure that the gap's there, otherwise you're pretty much guaranteed that you're going to lose a lot of position. So there's more to play for. You've got to get it right. Clown Chaos still yet to pit, and the pit stop's quite long. Wheezy's still yet to pit as well. So, very, very intense, I must say. And I wonder how these drivers are going to cope for the remaining rounds of the season as well, because the tracks are going to get harder. I do believe next week, I think, next week I think it's the endurance race, if I'm not mistaken. So again, I will double check, but I think it is the endurance race. But Clown Chaos 7/10. Oh, it's heating up right now here in Long Beach. Oh, Detox! Detox is spun. Oh, he's having a nightmare. He's dropped quite a few positions as well. Don't know what's happened to him, but I think he's one of the victims of the bidding in the wall technique. Now that's allowing Chaos for him to catch up to Seppel now. 4 attempts. He could potentially get him at the start-finish straight, but you never know. It's going to be close. Our race leader is going into the pits right now. That is Clown Chaos. He's probably going to be on a similar strategy. They'll put Eagle in the lead temporarily. So that'll put him in the lead temporarily until he pits, because don't forget he needs to pit as well. Is Chaos 3 going to close to Seppel? He's right on the back of him right now. To be honest, he's pretty much closer than he's ever been right now. So, props to him, you know. He is coping, and he's managing to cope under pressure with what is a very, very difficult circuit. But they're already on lap 40 now, so 6 or 7 more laps of racing fun. And they can't, literally, these guys, they can't afford any mistakes now. They've got to make sure they make it through to the end, because that will be a massive, massive achievement. And for those of you that are qualifying for the SMS stuff as well, I do recommend you still sign up for that. You can still sign up to be a challenger to get your chance to get qualified. It is very exciting. And I think the challenge, there's a pro class which is already been decided by like those teams already, but there's also the challenger class. More information is on the Apex Online Racing website, so you do have to have the PC version of Project Cars too. Unfortunately, they won't accept anyone that plays on the Xbox or PS4, but if you do play on the Xbox One or PS4 and you have the game on PC, by all means take part. As long as you have the game on PC, they won't care. So, I'm not of a fast of a racer anyway, so I'm not going to take part, and yeah. He's just finding some more time at the moment. I'm very impressed with how these are coping. Trying to get trackside view at the moment. But it is quite difficult to get trackside view. Gnarly's pretty close as well. Look at him. He's finding some very decent pace. He's another one that's been involved in huge battles. So I wonder if he's going to gain another position, because not many people got penalties. So more people are actually surviving Long Beach than we've actually thought. So GG! Oh, I spoke too soon. I think I jinxed Gnarly there. I had a little bit of a commentator's curse. Gnarly almost tipped Moo. So, oh, he looks like he's got a bit of damage as well. Oh, not good. He's got Coconut behind him now. It's a shame because Gnarly was on to such a great battle and it definitely cost him a lot of time. He can't afford to make any more mistakes now because there could be some issues. That is where, with these types of races, that's where a lot of concentration just starts to die out a little bit. So they just got to make sure to hang it in there until the end. By the way, next week you won't see any of these on-board trackside button things because they'll be gone. Because I will be joined by co-commentator next week, hopefully, fingers crossed. Because he's getting his equipment tomorrow ready for next week. So yeah, I'll have someone joining me as yeah, Gnarly is going into the pits. I think, oh no, Gnarly has missed his pit box, no. Well, he almost did anyway, that probably costed him a lot of time. So, that is a bit of a shame, but again, that is racing sometimes. And where is Chaos Fury? Chaos Fury's still in fifth, still quite close to Seppel. We got oh, the orders changed quite quickly. Due to the pits. That's Weezy pitted yet. I don't think. Yeah, oh yeah, that's because Eagle was pitted and Weezy hasn't pitted yet, unless Weezy's pitted or not. I don't know. I can't really tell if Weezy's pitted or not, but that's probably why. So pretty much Clown Chaos in the net lead, but you never know. Weezy might have pitted and Weezy might be in the lead. You never know. I wonder if he has made his mandatory pit stop there. I really don't know. A lot of questions remain to be answered. Chaos Fury is looking like he's going to give him another chance towards the start of the straight, but no, he can't quite do it at the moment. I did say earlier, it is a very difficult track to overtake, and boy, I wasn't wrong. Yeah, Weezy's going into the pits for his mandatory stop. I had a feeling. I think he left it too late, because you were meant to pit like 5 laps before the end, so that could be investigated if he hasn't made a pit stop already, because it's between, you can't pit until lap 3 or 4, and then around about lap 41, that's the final bit of the pit window, and then that's it. So he definitely left it a little bit too late there. So could that cost him a few points? I don't know. So we've got 2 more laps to go, and Clown Chaos has been pretty much leading since start to finish. And look at the gap, 10.3 seconds. But Eagle's doing so well. Eagle probably going to be very happy with his result, and he's going to climb his way up the championship as well, because Eagle scored 5th in the first race, 12th in the second race. So if he gets 2nd, this will be his best result in Xbox One Tier 1, but he's already found the place already again in these last couple of laps, so that's very good, but that's because he has pitted. So let me know your thoughts in the chat, of course. Let us know who you think is going to get driver of the day. Who you think? And someone just said Clown Chaos is out for a midweek cruise. It looks like it, isn't it? Because he's already been so good on pace. He's starting his final lap right now. Chaos Fury still close to Seppel right now. Not enough for these two to challenge for podiums, but still the amount of points that they can get, the better, so any point counts. Looks like they had another chance towards the start-finish straight again, but unfortunately that didn't work out for them, so could be another chance soon. Quite just going to go through turn 1. Again, he decided to back out a little bit, so that's pretty. Oh, he almost hit Seppel there. Thank goodness he didn't, but these two hugely respect each other, so that is good. And here we go. According just in time, actually, Clown Chaos comes across the line. He's flashing his lights. He goes on to win the Long Beach Grand Prix for round number 3 of the Project Cars 2 GT3 League for Xbox One. It's his second win of the season. I'm almost certain that will put him in the lead of the championship, or nearby anyway. Eagle's celebrating as well because he's got second place. Well done to Eagle. The Wheezy, he's got his 3rd podium in a row. So well done to him. He'll be up there either 1st or 2nd in the championship. Oh, this could be a final huge battle. Oh, Seppel and Chaos side by side. It's going to be a photo finish. Holy moly. Oh my god. I think Seppel just, by 1/10 of a second, Seppel just pips Chaos Fury there. Oh my word, that was close. That was close. And then we will have Joxay in 6th. Oh my word, some of his car was gone. Oh god, well that's copper nuts actually. Holy moly. How is the driver gonna see? You can hardly see out of that. Anyway, here is your final results for this evening. Clown Chaos takes the win with I'm an Eagle in 2nd, Wheezy in 3rd, Seppel in 4th, Chaos Fury in 5th, Joxay in 6th, Corbinat 7th, Callum in 8th. One America, not too bad result, but Mo, he's really going through for today, and Gnarly in 11th, and Detox I think ended up retiring there from the race, so we ended up having 11 finishes, but that was way more than what happened in Season 9, so that is pretty much an achievement in itself. So, GG. GG. So, that's your results. So, looks like we are going to get some interviews maybe. If I could, let me just switch over quickly. There we go. So, we just switched over, luckily. So it's time for me to add this person. How do I select them? There we go. I'll just do it like that. There we go. That's all good. That is all good. Because I know. And yeah, there we go. So, hopefully the audio will work this time. So we are keeping our fingers crossed, because in the Xbox One F2 stream it just went crazy where I couldn't hear the audio, so we're just praying it works this time. So, if it will let me start up RZ, hopefully, fingers crossed. No, I don't want to show text chat, I want to invite people. There we go. So it has been an interesting race, I must say. So, we got Clown Chaos. I'm an Eagle, and the Wheelie. So I've just sent all 3 of them an invite to the party.
Hey Jess, got some static noise?
Oh, for me? Right, so we are starting to get a few people in the party at some point.
Jess, I can't hear you. I only got static noise.
Oh, it might be the... Oh, I think I selected the wrong mic. I selected the wrong mic in the party. GG, everybody. Hopefully, hopefully these guys can hear me now. And hopefully you're able to hear people on stream. But we got Clown Chaos and Eagle at the moment, but that's P1 and P2. So yes, I just need to do this. There we go. But well done on another win. Yeah, another win. The last time you won was obviously in the first race. Was it good to redeem yourself after last week? You retired last week, so you had a poor showing last week, and then you ended up winning this week. Long Beach is quite difficult.
Oh yeah.
So where you should.
You took the words out of my mouth. I mean, last week was horrendous. Wasn't my day at all. I should have been battling for at least a top 5 position last week. Of course, it didn't happen. So yeah, obviously I'm real excited with this win. Again, I had a good qualifying. Could be better, but yeah, starting in front really is good here because a lot can happen. So yeah. I could control the race. Although Eagle was in the first few laps within a second, lap after lap, but I still was managing at that time. And once he had the spun. Yeah, from there on I could control the race, and yeah, don't push for a fastest lap or something. Just keep it clean, make no mistakes, don't hit the wall, don't get damage, and yeah, I'm really glad, really glad. Yeah. I
think those techniques definitely helped you today, because I think your main goal was to keep it on the track really, and because it's quite hard to overtake in these conditions. And were you finding it hard to manage your tyres in these quite at night conditions, or was it quite easy for you?
No, not at all. I was running on the softs. It was pretty easy. I was really controlling, sometimes braking a little bit earlier than I normally would have done during practice sessions. Just keep controlling, and now my tires at the end of the race were still superb. So yeah, I'm really excited and glad that I could redeem myself after last week.
Yes, so very proud of what you've done, and I'm not sure what track we are next week, but I know we're in another track in America, I believe. So
I believe it's Road America.
Road America, absolutely love that track. So looking forward to that. How are you finding that?
Me as well. Yeah, I really love that track, but you can see that because we're in different cars, the Mercedes, the Lambo, the Porsche, the Audi, some type of tracks really suit a certain car. So I don't know how the Audi will do compared to say the Lambo or the Merc, but I do love the track, and I hope to get it to get another consistent race next week. But I said the same after race 1, and we know what happened last week at Monza.
Yeah.
So
don't count
I'm
your chickens.
Trying to approach it the same.
Yeah, don't count your chickens. And we've also got someone in the chat who's P2 who came P2. A very good result from Eagle. Hello, are you there, Eagle?
Yeah, I am. Hello.
Were you expecting to get P2 because you had such a good result tonight?
No, I wasn't at all. Because these guys were all in the Discord chat were like getting stupidly quick times, and apparently that didn't happen. So I was a bit lucky on that front. And then I was saying to Clown before we joined this party that if I didn't spin, I'd have avoided half of the incidents, because I got damaged twice. One from my teammate and one from someone else spinning. Both lapped cars. So that could have killed me a lot, but luckily it didn't.
So one of your tactics was to try and avoid them, and you managed to. So basically, some people had worse situations than you, right?
Basically, yeah. It wasn't ideal, but it could have gone worse, I suppose. I could have DNF'd, but that didn't happen.
But P2 means you've got your best result of the season. So obviously you had P5 the first race, P7 the second race, and the momentum must be going
P7?
up.
I didn't finish. I got 13th last week.
Oh, you got 13th. My
12.
bad. I'm losing track here. But anyway, your best result. Are you going to keep the momentum going?
I'd like to say yes, but I hate Road America.
Ah. So we're keeping your fingers crossed you do well. But you said you didn't like Long Beach that much, and you practice and you got good results, so you can surprise us. So yeah, well done to you. And we got Wheezy. We got Wheezy in the podium again, a familiar face. Podium 3 times in a row. I know you were obviously aiming for the win there, but was a podium good enough for you after the challenges you faced this race?
Yes, definitely good enough. My pace wasn't the fastest, so I couldn't win this race. But after that, in my headset broke after 15 laps, so I do 2 or 3 laps with no sounds. After that, I managed to use my TV speakers and continue with television speakers, but that wasn't ideal. So my first 10 lap with TV sounds wasn't so good. After that, I made my mind and go a little bit faster, and but at the point of the race, I was third and pretty much alone, so the race
you just wanted to survive.
Finished. Yes.
So yeah, because
got good results in the end, so I'm happy with that.
Because I think your main expectation changed, really, to be honest, which I think was quite good when you were practicing anyway. So you're pretty much closing up in the championship now anyway, so that's pretty much good. Shows you're consistent.
Yes, I don't even watch the classification of the championship. I am here only for the good race, so I don't even know in what position I am. So
yes, and
but I think in the next race I start from the back of the grid.
Oh, so you're
because of the reverse grid.
Oh yeah, Road America's endurance, isn't it?
Yes.
I completely forgot. I knew that was going to be endurance either next week or the week after, but that's going to be interesting with the reverse grids coming into play. But we have seen.
Can I just say that nobody is going to overtake Wheezy, because that Mercedes in a straight line is absolutely rapido.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Ridiculous in a straight line.
Yeah, so I wonder how they're going to cope, which means there is going to be no qualifying next week, just a 90-minute qualifying session. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've definitely enjoyed it. It was a very good race, and well done to everyone that survived. A lot more people survived than we thought, so that is good expectations. Next week we've got the first 90 minutes endurance race in Road America, which I'm looking forward to. Probably some of the drivers aren't, but hopefully they can practice anyway and get some good racing. But maybe they'll prove us wrong and give some good battles. So I've been Just Games 95. Have a good evening, and we will see you same time next week for GT3 action. Have a good evening. Bye.